All right, I'm back on. Um, there was a woman that was kidnapped. She was kidnapped and she was caught on CCTV. They're offering an award for her. She was a 47-year-old woman, was abducted. If anybody on my channel is from Jamaica, St. Andrews, Jamaica is the country, okay, of Jamaica. Um, somebody said that was quick. Yes, I want to get this reading out, okay. I want you guys to watch a video and then we'll talk about her and see where if we can find where she's at. Okay? Acompáñame a calar este drill de impacto de la marca Daytona que funciona con baterías Milwaukee. In our primetime news exclusive this evening, we hear the chilling story of how a 47-year-old woman was abducted along Old Hope Road in St. Andrew almost a week ago. The family is desperately searching for answers and is offering a $500,000 reward for the victim's safe return. Kelisha Williams has the details.
On Friday, May 30, 47-year-old Lorna Robertson began her regular morning walk in her community, Swallowfield, St. Andrew. She made her way to North Avenue and then she continued on Old Hope Road. As she continued along Old Hope Road and got here, right across from the Diabetes Center, that's when we were told she was snatched from behind. And we were also informed people in the area heard loud screams and a pair of sandals she was wearing was also found here. But since then, she's been missing without a trace.
She would normally go to her friend, but it's on the back end, and just talk to them, and then she come back, or she'd get up early. She always wakes early, and then she would wash and then go on the road. But it's not common for her to tell me where she's going.
But then her entire day was shattered by one phone call on Friday.
And I got a call from someone in the community saying they kidnapped my mommy. I'm like, what the hell? So when I went over there, and then I went to the police station, most of the community members were over there. So I don't know. She didn't call anyone to say she was going to meet them, or she didn't make any calls at all that morning or any texts because both her phones were left at home. And when I went through them, there was nothing to say like where she was going.
Upon further investigation, TVJ News was informed that Ms. Robertson was abducted by a person or persons traveling in a black Honda step wagon bearing a fake license plate with the numbers 2095JE. However, as the family remains hopeful, they are struggling to understand why someone would abduct Ms. Robertson.
It's always just my mom and I, so no, it's just me. I don't know how to feel. I don't know. I'm just here taking it a day at a time. Like, it's the first time anything like this has ever happened to both of us. I can just imagine how she feels right now. You have any siblings, any other family members? Yes, she has a son, but he lives with his dad. He's sick, so he doesn't have the mental capacity to understand what's going on.
Described as a good Samaritan in the community, an active member of the church, and a part-time worker at the Electoral Office of Jamaica, we were told Ms. Robertson is loved by many.
My mother would give you her last and then come ask me for my last to give it away. Like, she helps everyone. And my mother...
Okay. What I'm getting is this is government. She found out something about the Jamaican government. St. Andrews is a country part of Jamaica. Okay, St. Andrews is a country part. Okay, this is a rural area. The license plate was government license plate. This is for entertainment purposes. I need to find out where she's at. Okay, let's see if we can find out where she was at. They said that the tags were like she was taken in a black van. You can actually see her being put in the black van. Did she want to disappear because she found out something? Okay, so this is what I was picking up. Okay, so hold on. Hold up. I was picking this up. Let me put this aside. I was picking this up. Okay, so there's a video of her. Let me show you of her being abducted. Okay, and tell you what I'm picking up.
She's not the smartest person, but you think she is the smartest. Like everyone, if they need to fill out any forms, if if they need to go to the passport office, anything at all, she's behind them 24/7. Like sometimes I'm like, you can't stay in. Like I'm always telling her, stay inside, but then there's always someone that needs help with something.
The Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Investigation Branch of the Jamaica Constabulary Force is leading the investigation, and we were informed that the police are making significant progress in their probe. But in the meantime, the family has been playing their part by issuing these flyers all over the corporate area. There's also a $500,000 reward for the victim's safe return.
I really just want what my mom like.
Okay, so she worked in some government official job. Okay, helping people with passports, working with the government. Now, I see something. This had to pertain to the work that she was doing. Okay, she was helping people. She was looked at like a celebrity because she was truly helping people. Okay, she's 47 years old. Where is this woman at now? Show me what I need to see. Ancestors, where is she at? I'm praying for her return. Now, I'm getting something here, but I don't know if I want to say it right now. And St. Andrews is a rural community. Okay. She was abducted along Old Hope Road, and this is in St. Andrews, Jamaica. She's 47 years old. You can see her being put in a van. Now, I want to find that video because it's very interesting the way she was like put in the van. Okay. There's a black van right here. You see that black van? And it had license plates on it. Okay. She was put in that van. Okay. You can see it on real time. They have it on CCT. They have it on cameras. So did she want to disappear because her life was in danger, or did somebody kidnap her? Okay, and Old Hope Road, yes. So let's see. So she was respected in the community. Yes, she was. I feel like she knew something. That's what I'm getting. If this card comes back out, this card flew out, so I have to keep that card there. Okay. So she was looked at as a celebrity. People respected her in the community. She was helping people with her passport. I'm looking at her picture right now. She's a beautiful lady. Okay. That area is corporation urbanized area. Okay. This is what she looks like. Let me show you guys a picture. Were they going to traffic this lady? I'm not saying because of her size that they wouldn't traffic her. I mean, they traffic all kinds of people, but she was targeted, okay, for a reason, okay? But they wanted this scene on film. This is what I'm picking up. They wanted this scene on film. She was a Christian lady. She was 47 years old. Where is she at now? So she was respected in the community because it's saying celebrity. So she was looked at as respected, okay? Not idolized, but respected, okay? Because she helped so many people, okay? Where's she at? Okay, something with court, okay? So was she in a custody? And anybody know, was she in a custody battle? With a child. Okay, I think her daughter just mentioned that there was another young child she had. Did she say the child was 6 years old? I feel like there's two documentations, and there's a mother and a man, and they're in front of a judge. Okay, was she trying to fight for like custody of this child or get her child back in some kind of way? Let's see. Where is she at? Okay, so somebody seen her as a privileged lady. So somebody seen her as a privileged lady. 12, 21, 30. So why would they see her as a privileged lady? I also got fake death. fake death. This is a card that flew out. Fake death. Okay, fake death. So are they going to fake that she died? So let me put this card back. But we got fake death. Okay, it's very important. There's cards that come out and I don't say them and I need to say them. Okay, because there could be a reason for it. Okay, I don't know. Okay, somebody says this area on Old Hope Road is a lot of corporations. Okay, I do see something with her sugar. I think her daughter did say she's a diabetic. Did she say she's a diabetic? Because I have sugar taste in my mouth. So if she's a diabetic, she would need her insulin or whatever medicine. So somebody's seen her as a privileged lady. Normally when you see somebody as privileged, like this person gets extra attention or this person might have money. Okay. So she was looked at as a celebrity in her community because she helped others. It's not like, oh, she was in the spotlight. Okay. Because normally when you think of celebrity, somebody's in the spotlight. Okay. They're being watched. Okay. That's another card thing you get with celebrity. So also she was being watched because she was in the spotlight in some way. Okay. So she was being watched. Okay. So she was being watched and they thought she was a privileged lady. Okay. Maybe they thought she had money. Or maybe this is over something in court. There's something that has to do with the court system. Okay. And there's two documentations here. Okay. So there's something that has to do with court or court information, something in the courts that she knew about or she was involved in, maybe as a witness or maybe I don't know. Okay, but we're going to get into this. My mom says she's hearing about it for the first time as well. Yeah, it's all over the news. Okay, people go missing in Jamaica all the time. Children go missing, women go missing. It seems like women and children now are being really, it's always been women and children, but they're like up in the ante. Okay. We'll send her your reading. Okay, yes, please do. Okay, so she was in the spotlight. So that means celebrity, spotlight. Somebody was watching her. Okay. And she didn't know they were watching her. Okay. Also celebrity means like not just like somebody was watching her, like she's in the spotlight. Because when you look at celebrities are always watched, right? The celebrity cards, that means somebody was watching her. And also she was highly respected in the community. Okay. So somebody was watching her. Because celebrities are always being watched. Okay. Everything they do, they're being watched. So I feel like she was being watched, like everything she was doing, and also with the mic. Okay, so she could have been speaking out about something. Okay, in the St. Andrews community. Okay, she could have been speaking about something with that mic. Okay, normally celebrities that with the mic, they're either singing or speaking about something. So she was speaking about something. She was shedding light on something that was happening. Okay. And maybe she was a part of something that was in the courts. Okay. There's documentation here. Okay. So, and they're wearing wigs. Okay. And I know Jamaica used to go off the British system. Okay. So I don't know, the judges still wear the wigs over there in Jamaica. But I'm seeing a judge with a damn wig on. Okay. This is what you're seeing here. Okay. Let me really look at this card, okay? So there's some kind of information, there's some kind of documents that maybe she has witnessed, or let me get in more in depth with this. Either she witnessed something and she was vocal about it. I feel like that she has a health issue, you guys, okay? I feel like diabetes because I'm getting like this sugary taste in my mouth, okay? Normally diabetics get this, okay? And I am drinking pineapple. But she was also seen in the community as a privileged lady, okay? So then these numbers could be important with her case. 30, 12, and 21, and number 3, okay? So let me put these cards here and keep celebrity there. What else do we need to know about her? I think her name is Miss Robertson. Yep. I knew it, you guys. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. It had to do something with her occupation. Okay, this is why she was kidnapped. She was kidnapped because of her occupation. What she did. 34 and 43. So this says occupation. So there's something that she did. Her occupation. Okay, so she was targeted because of what she did as her occupation. And she was speaking about something, okay, or speaking up about something in the St. Andrews community. 111. Okay. Now she could have had like private meetings about this. Or she could have been up. This could have kept her up at night. And she worked hard. Like you see somebody sewing, like a seamstress. This takes time. Okay, when you're sewing something, it takes time and detail. Okay, so she was very detailed about whatever she was working on, and she knew her stuff. Okay, this is what I'm getting off the bat, and this is what I was picking up. So this had to do with her occupation. Okay, and I do feel like that she was trying to get custody of her son. For some reason, I'm getting that energy. Okay, I think they did say that she had a younger son, and let me make sure I'm saying her name right. I think they said, hold on. Is it Miss Robertson? So there's something she knew. And she was openly speaking out about it. I don't know why I'm like, I feel like my sugar is going high, my sugar is going low. It's very bizarre. Okay, I'm not even a damn diabetic. Okay, she might even have high blood pressure issues. Okay, hold on, you guys. I'm gonna put her picture up so you guys can see it. Now, I also feel like something has to do with custody too. Okay, some kind of custody of her. This would be her child. If a child card comes out too, hold on. I'm not gonna be on this long, you guys. Jamaican woman that went missing. I want to make sure I'm saying her name right. Is her name Miss Robertson? She's 47. There's a reward offered for her. Was she found dead? Oh no. This is another Jamaican woman found dead. Okay, I don't know if her name is Miss Robertson.
Governor Josh Shapiro is steamrolling across.
Does anybody know her name?
Governor Shapiro took taxpayer money.
Does anybody know her name? Can you look up her name for me, please? Okay, so this has to do with her occupation. Okay, somebody was watching her. She was speaking. She was very vocal in something in her community. This would be the community of St. Andrews. Okay. Now, there's something in the courts. I don't know if she had something that was in the courts or she worked in the courts. There's something in the courts because there's a man and a woman coming forward in front of a judge. So was she being judged for something, or did she know something that was in the courts that was going on that was illegal? I don't know. And she was seen also as a privileged lady. So this would seem like she was also seen as like privileged, like she had different privileges than other people. So did she have other privileges than other people? I don't know. Okay. Maybe they thought she had money. I don't know. Let's get more into this and we'll see what we need to see. Okay. There's a wealthy man involved in her disappearance. Shit. There's a wealthy man involved in her disappearance. 13, 31, the number 4. There's also a mature man involved in her disappearance. There's a lot of people involved here. There's a false woman and a false man also involved in her disappearance. Shit, there's a lot of people that are involved in her disappearance. But why? Why? It had to do with her occupation. What did she know? Okay. She knew something, you guys. Something in St. Andrews she knew. Let's get one more card. She truly had a gift of helping people, but she found out if we get, okay, so there's a wealthy man involved here and a mature man involved in her disappearance, okay? They orchestrated this. Now, the license plates, they said that they were like, I guess, government license plates for entertainment purposes. They weren't no normal license plates over there in Jamaica, okay? So we got, this is because of her occupation that she was taken. And she was vocal about it. Okay, whatever she did, she was vocal about it. And she knew something and she was speaking out about it. I don't know if she had a court case or she was involved as a witness to something. I don't know, okay? But there's a wealthy man involved in her disappearance and also a mature man, and there's a woman and there's a man. So we got 4 people involved in her disappearance, okay? And she is the privileged lady, okay? And this had to do with her occupation. What the hell? She was a gift. Okay, she was a gift. She had a gift. She was helping people. Number 17, number 1771, 8. That's 8. The number 8 here. 8, double confirmation of 8. So she was a gift to others. But there was 4 people that was involved in her did she want to disappear though? Because she found out some shit. This wealthy man could be in the government. He's light-skinned Jamaican. And there's also another Jamaican man involved. There's 3 Jamaican men involved. I don't know if they're all Jamaican though, but I'm getting all Jamaican here. And there's a guy with a mask on, so she trusted one of these guys. And the woman, she trusted the woman and the male. There's 2 people she did trust. So she did trust these 2 people, this female and man. But they are false. They were false persons. Okay, so this had to do with her occupation. She was speaking out about something. But what the hell was she speaking out about? Okay, she was speaking out about something. Okay, I got the imprisonment card here. So, was there people going to jail that shouldn't have gone to jail? I don't know. Okay, coffin. So they wanted to end something. They wanted to end to something and beginning to something. But what was the end and the beginning to something? 1991. So they wanted to put an end to her because I have the privileged lady, and underneath the privileged lady I have the coffin. So they wanted her to stop what she was doing. They wanted her to put an end to it, but she wouldn't. Yes, you can email me. You can email me. Okay, so she wanted to stop something that was going on. If we get the community card, then it was something that was going on in the community. But she was very vocal about it. Okay, very vocal about it. Courtship. So this can also be like partnership, courtship. I also feel like too she was trying to get her youngest child, custody back of her youngest child. So there was a lot going on at the time of her kidnapping. But did she want to be kidnapped? We're going to get into this, okay? So courtship is here. So whoever she was in a relationship with, number 4, courtship could also mean like a business partner or somebody she was working with. So this woman had a lot of things going on in her personal life, but she was very vocal about whatever she did. So whatever she did as her occupation, she was very vocal about it. And they did not want her speaking about it. This is what I'm getting. I'm getting those kind of vibes, okay? There's something with her health, okay? It's important. Something with her health. 31, 13. She could have a health issue like diabetes or high blood pressure, something like that. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting like something that goes up and down. So this could be blood pressure or diabetes, okay? Um, bad health. But why would bad health be crossing her occupation? This is weird. And the gift is crossing her courtship. And the wealthy man knows the mature man. The mature man knows the wealthy man. There's something in the courts. There's false people that she's looked at a privileged lady, but they buried the coffin. They wanted to bury something. And she was vocal about something. Yes, the light-skinned man, he's Jamaican, very light-skinned. And he could be in politics. He's very well dressed, okay? He might even wear like he like all his clothes are like dry cleaned and like pressed. Like when he comes out, he's dressed, okay? I feel like this wealthy man is in some kind of government. I don't know why I'm feeling government. He could be in the government some way. Even this older man is in the government. Okay, they're both are a government because I'm hearing government. Okay, now I need to figure out where the hell she's at. Okay. The jail card is here. Let me pull one more for this deck, and then let's use the true crime. She had a gift. She truly did. She went to help people. That was her gift. The community. Okay, so there's something about the community that she knew that was not right. I told you if this card came out, it had to do with the community. So something's going on in St. Andrews, you guys. And this is all bullshit, and this is all for entertainment purposes. But she was shedding light on it, okay? She was shedding light on something that was going on in the community in St. Andrew. And she knew this was happening in the community. And she was very vocal about it. So whatever she was speaking about in the community, they wanted her to not speak about it. They wanted to put an end to her being privileged and even speaking about it and bringing awareness to it. This could be something with a hospital. This could be something with a courthouse. And this has to pertain the community. Okay, the community where she lives. Okay. And if you look at the community card, there's people that are crossed over on the other side. They're not even here. Okay. So something was going on in the community that she knows about. Okay. She was bringing awareness to it about it. So if you guys know anything that's going on in St. Andrew that she was very vocal about, that is why she was taken. Even she was taken because of her occupation, what she was doing. Okay. Shit. Okay. So this had to pertain about, she had two things going on. One, she had her son. I feel like she had some kind of thing in the courts about her son. Her son was well taken care of, but I feel like there was something about the courts. She had that on her mind, but she also had something about the community that she was shedding light on in St. Andrew, and the government did not want her talking about it or shedding light about it. And it could be something to do with the hospital, or it could be something to do with the whole jurisdiction, the whole court system. Okay? Okay? The whole court system. Okay? And I felt like she had tangible evidence because there's documentation here. Okay? So she had some kind of fucking proof. Okay? She had false people around her. She confided in a male and a female, and they were false. Okay? False. Okay? The female's false. She's not even hiding who she is. This man is hiding who he is. And she confided in these two people. Okay? And it got to these other two people, the wealthy man and mature man. Okay? and they had to put an end to whatever she was working on. Okay, now let's see if we can find out where the hell she's at. I feel like she has health issues. Now this could be pertaining to a hospital, something going on in a hospital, or something going on as far as the court systems. Okay, the courts. Okay, or paperwork. Okay, that's why she was kidnapped. She knew too much, and she was very vocal about it. And I hope I'm wrong, but I don't feel like I am. I'm not 100% right. Okay, you guys, this is what I'm picking up. There was great fortune that they were making in the community off of this. So this could have been a hospital. This could have been something with the hospital, or something with or she could have had a lawsuit. Somebody's going to jail. Okay, somebody's going to freak to jail. Okay, 29. Somebody's going to jail. I don't know who this person is. There was expectations on her. Okay. And I feel like it's in the community. 29, 28, and something with the courthouse. Okay. So they were making money in the community in St. Andrews. They were making a lot of money. Okay. Sudden wealth. This could be because of hospital setting, or this could have been because of a court setting. There's documentation. I don't know if somebody was forging something. She found out. I don't know. And this woman's a Christian woman, so she's definitely going to speak up about it. Okay. Now, not all people are going to speak up because they're going to be afraid that they might wind up deleted. Okay. But she spoke up. Okay. I'm seeing the number 11. Somebody's very concerned. Okay. The family's concerned. They should be. Let's see if we can find out where she's at. Okay. Let's find out where. Oh shit! This card just. Somebody was greed. There's a lot of greed in St. Andrews. Okay. St. Andrews is a small parish. Everybody knows everybody. And it's interesting because the road is called Old Hope Road. So we have to have hope out here. I was also picking up, was she trying to fake her abduction because of she knew they were watching her. I got money card here. Okay, money and secrets. Okay, so money's involved in this, and there's a lot of secrets. So somebody was making money in this community, and maybe she found out, and there's also secrets that she found out about, and that's why she was taken. Okay, I'm not gonna be on here long. Let's get a couple more cards. Where is she at? Show me where she's at, ancestors. Okay, the beach. So she's by water. I think there is a beach. If I'm not mistaken. She's by the beach. Okay, she's by the beach. Okay, so I think there's like tourist places. I don't know why I'm hearing tourist places by the beach, or she's somewhere by the beach. Okay, in St. Andrews, I think there's a beach by St. Andrews. Is there a beach by St. Andrews? Because I know there's one by Mo Bay. And I think there's one by St. Andrews you can actually walk to. St. Andrews, Jamaica. So there's 4 people that were involved in her disappearance. Okay, St. Andrews Parish is by the water. Okay, so she is by the water. Right here. They call it Blue Mountain National Park. Blue Mountains is like the mountains where they grow coffee. It's called Blue Mountain Coffee. Okay. And this is where she went missing from. I'm going to show you. So it's kind of close to Kingston. It's called St. Andrews Parish. But I feel like she's by the beach. Okay, because the beach card came. So whoever has her, she's by the beach. Show me more about where she's at. Blue Mountain is where they grow, is the mountains, and they grow the coffee. They call it Blue Mountain coffee. But she's by the beach. So she was taken to wherever she's at. She's by the beach. Is she alive? Is she alive? Somebody's walking away. Like they have their back towards her. Okay? Somebody's walking away. Did she fake this? I don't believe she faked this. I believe there's money involved and there's secrets, and it had to do with her occupation. A gift again. I don't know what this means. Gift. She's a gift. But gift. Double confirmation of gift. And we know that they wanted her hushy hush because she knew too much. Okay? So, was she brought to somebody? But she's by the beach. What else do I need to know? Where's she at? We need to find her. We need to find her ancestors. I'm calling on her ancestors and my ancestors. Show me where she's at. Is she still alive? Did she fake this? Ugh. Regret. So somebody's having regret here, and they have home. So she's by the beach in a home, okay, and it overlooks the beach. So I think like if you have a home by the beach, you have wealth, okay. Somebody's in regret. Who's in regret? Who is in regret? There's secrets surrounding her disappearance. Obviously, she was on the cat. It was daylight. They were like, shit. They didn't care. Okay, they took her ass in daylight. Okay, so she's on a home front by the beach. That's where they'll find her. If they will find her, will she be alive? So she's by the beach. I'm going to show you guys this card. She's missing. Okay, she's missing. Missing lady. And she's by a home on the beach. Okay, that's where she's at. Is she alive? Somebody's in regret here. I don't know who the hell's in regret. Or they regret that they did it in daylight, so obviously they knew there was cameras around. They didn't give two shits. Somebody that was close to her was false energy. This would be a man and a woman. There was 4 people involved in this. Do I feel like they took her because of robbery? No, she knew some shit. That's why they took her. And she was very vocal about it. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you to her ancestors. Her faith. She's hidden. She's still alive. I feel like she's still alive, you guys. She's hidden by the beach in a home looking over the water. That's where she's at. And she is missing. Will we find her? This video is for entertainment purposes. Somebody's in regret. I don't know who this person is in regret. There was money involved. So that shows me that somebody paid for her to be kidnapped. And they were brought to the person as like, oh, here she is. I hope they find her. Because she's hidden. I don't feel like she's cross. I pray to God. I'm also hearing this woman has a lot of faith. Okay. They said she was a Christian, and she does have faith. Like, this woman is rooted in her faith. Okay. So she was brought to somebody, but somebody's turning their back on her. This guy is walking away. Like, he took her there and he walked away. Okay. He knows where she's at. Okay. And the license plates were unmarked because if they were marked, they would have already found the people that took her. That's why the license plates had numbers on it with the, I'm seeing white with um somebody like made up a plate, okay? Because yes, or the somebody says boyfriend. It could have been a boyfriend because we did get courtship. So somebody she could have been seeing in secret. I don't know. Or the kid's father, the youngest kid's father. I don't know. But she was talking, you guys. So she's by the beach. She's hidden. What else do we need to know? She's missing, which we all know she's missing. Okay. Damn. This woman has faith. I see her praying. I don't know why I'm also getting this on the other side. Like, I don't know why I keep hearing this. Somebody says jealous boyfriend or ex. Yes, the jealousy card did want to come out. If it comes out, then I do feel like there's two things going on here, okay? I feel like she knew something that was going on in the community, and I also feel like there was something. If we get jealousy or courtship, because we did get courtship. Okay. I'm going to say something. We're going to pray that this woman's still alive. I got burial. I don't feel like she's buried. I feel like she's still alive. I feel like she's hidden. I pray they don't bury her. When we look at burial, is when somebody's buried or they want to bury something. But she's hidden and she's on. I see, like, I'm in a building and I'm looking over the beach. Like, I can see the water under, like, not under, but I can see the water. If I look out this window, I can see water. So wherever she's being kept is by the beach. Now, normally if you have a waterfront home, you have money, okay? What else do I need to know about her? Now, there is grass here. And there is burial. This video is for entertainment purposes. Somebody was watching her. Somebody was watching her. Now, this could have been somebody she was dealing with in a relationship too. Because we did get courtship. If we get the jealousy card, it could have been also somebody she was actually in a relationship with. But somebody, her intuition was kicking in. But somebody was also watching her. Okay? Told to watch her. Because it looked like she just walked in the van. Okay? She's trapped. So she's being held without her free will. Okay? I don't feel like she's gone, but I don't know why there's burial here. But she's trapped, so she can't leave wherever she's at. Somebody said trafficking. I mean, she wouldn't be like the average person. I mean, they traffic anybody. But she wouldn't be the type of person that you would think, oh, I'm gonna go traffic this young Christian lady. Okay? Somebody said trafficking. I don't know why I'm not picking that energy up. I'm feeling like this is a kidnapping because the woman knew too much. And also she was dealing with a false woman. She was dealing with two false people that she was talking to, and they were talking to somebody else. And also she was dealing with a relationship. This could have been her kid's father. I don't know, okay? But she does feel trapped, okay? So when you see the trap card and you have the German Shepherd here, it kind of reminds me of German Shepherd. Trap is like you can't leave, okay? You're held against your own free will, okay? So she is trapped. I don't feel like she's cross. I feel like she's still here. Somebody knows with a van. We are chatting about it. So I feel like she's by the beach. She could be by the beach in St. Andrews in a home, in somebody's home, and it overlooks the water. And somebody paid somebody to kidnap her. There was money exchange here, and there's secrets surrounding her kidnapping, because why would she be kidnapped? I mean, obviously, she was vocal about stuff that was happening in her community, but somebody's in regret here. So this could have also been, and somebody's like turning their back on her love. Okay. So this could have also been somebody she was in a relationship with. Okay. The love card is here. Okay. Trap, love. Somebody could have been luring her in, saying they loved her, that they, and love, and they were lying to her just to trap her. I mean, this shit's crazy, but they picked her out. Yes, there's a woman involved. The woman could have, like, the woman I'm seeing is light skinned. Somebody wanted revenge. The woman I'm seeing is light. She's light complected. And then there's a man, a wealthy man, involved in this. Somebody wanted revenge. Like, I can't make this up. I don't know why I'm being more drawn to, like, somebody she was in a courtship with. So somebody she was in a relationship with. So is this the father of her child? So there's like a lot of things going on in her life. Her intuition was kicking in. There's surveillance of when she disappeared. Whoever took her was organized crime. There's a child involved in this in some way. Was she dating someone? Man, I don't know. She was dating somebody's man. I don't see the jealousy card. If I was seeing the jealousy card come out, then that'd be something different. And not just saying she goes to church, she's like the perfect person. Okay. But I feel like love. So this could be somebody that she was dealing with, that she could have had a child to. And also she was doing stuff in the community that they didn't want her doing. Okay. So there's a lot of things going on here. Okay. So the two things that I'm picking up is she was dating somebody, and she could have had a child with this person. And there's something in the court systems. Okay. I'm picking that up. And then I'm also picking up something with the government. I'm also picking something up pertaining her job, her occupation. Okay. And maybe they were going for the custody of their child, and maybe she was going to win the court case and they wanted revenge. Okay. I'm just saying. Okay. And this is somebody she could have been in love with. Okay. And I'm also feeling like she was speaking out on something that she shouldn't have been speaking out on. Okay. Yes, wealthy man came out. I don't know what she does for a living. They say something with passport or government. I don't know. I'm getting government. Okay. I got that off the bat. Okay. But she was being watched. Okay. She was definitely being watched. And she's being hidden, and she's trapped. She's trapped. Okay. That means she can't leave without her free will, but she has faith. Okay. We need to continue to pray for her. She's by the beach. Somebody took her there and just left. Okay. I feel like the person that even took her there is like in regret. Okay. This woman is like not the typical woman that you would see like being kidnapped or like trafficked. I'm not getting trafficking vibes. I'm getting taken for a specific reason. Her occupation, the child, something with the child. Maybe there was a court case and somebody wanted revenge. Like, you're not getting this child. This child's staying with me. That type of energy. And then I see her on the other side. She was in a relationship with somebody. Okay. And also I see that it could have been a secret relationship. I don't know. Okay. And then also like courtship, right? So she was confiding in somebody. Somebody was offering their love to her. Okay. But it wasn't real. Okay. And then also we got on the other hand is she was speaking about something she shouldn't have been speaking about. Okay. Her occupation. Okay. So this is what I'm getting from her readings, you guys. I feel like she is trapped wherever she's at. She's being held. She's being held by the beach. Okay. In a home front by the beach. So if the St. Andrews police want to find her, that's where they will find her. She's being hidden. and also the child card. So this has to do with the child, okay? And I think the daughter said she had a child that was 6 years old, okay? Revenge. Don't get involved with people's drugs. Where was this? Who is this? This is the lady that from Jamaica. I think her name is Miss Robertson. I don't know her name. There's a reward for her. But this had to do with her occupation and something she found out, and it also had to do with a relationship that she was in, and something with greed. Okay, something with greed. This greed card kept wanting to come out, so I got to put it out. Okay, and the light is reflecting so much on this greed. So somebody was greedy, or greed was involved. And I don't know what the greed means for her. I don't know. Okay, it could mean something. Okay, but she's missing. Okay. Was she taken for money? I don't know. Okay, I know that it had to do with her occupation and it had to do with some kind of child. That's all I know. Okay. This is the energy I picked up on her. I hope they find her. She's by the beach. I think there is a beach by St. Andrews, and I'm trying to think of that beach's name. It's in Jamaica. St. Andrews Parish. She went missing from St. Catherine. St. Catherine it's like a country parish. Is there a beach by anybody know if there's a beach by is it St. Andrew or hold on. St. Andrew's Parish. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm hearing Catherine. Okay. Okay, beach, St. Andrew's Parish. Beach, St. Andrew's Parish, Jamaica. Okay, so there is a beach by there. Does anybody know there's a beach? I know there's a beach by there. They call it Bob Marley's Beach. Bob Marley's Beach is found in Bully Bay, St. Andrews, and it's so called because it was one of the Bob Marley's stomping grounds. And also St. Andrews is by Kingston. So is she on Bob Marley's Beach? It's found in Bully Bay. So she could be at Bully Bay. And they call it Bob Marley's Beach because Bob Marley used to frequent that beach. Okay. So she's at a beach. If they want to find her, that's where they'll find her. I don't know why I'm being drawn to Bully Bay. Is there property on Bully Bay? I don't know. I feel like she's in a sea view property. And I'm being drawn to Bully Bay. I don't know why. Okay. I don't know if there's like properties on Bully Bay that look over the water. Okay, that is where I'm being drawn to. I hope they find her, you guys. Okay, you guys, thank you. This is Jennifer Felix Readings. You guys have a good day wherever you guys are at. Yes, she was making good money because she was showing up as a privileged lady. So that shows me that she was privileged in some way. So privilege could also mean like the way she was making money. She had a good job. She was bringing in good revenue. She was bringing in good money. But there's something that she was. I think her daughter said that she was working like at the passport. I feel like she was in the government. I don't know why I'm getting government. Like she was a government official, but she was shedding light on something that was going on in St. Andrew's Parish, okay? And she was vocal about it, but she was talking to the wrong people. And then I also feel like she had something going on with a court case with her child, okay? And somebody wanted revenge, okay? So I don't know if her husband was a wealthy man. I don't know, okay? But there was 4 men involved and 1 woman, okay? That's what I'm getting, okay? And somebody wanted revenge. Somebody was greedy. Um, Somebody says, "What can I do to make sure my loved ones rest in peace?" You bury them. Um, this realm is not a heavenly realm. Okay, you want to go to a heavenly realm. Okay, so you just bury them. You bury them. You don't have to bury them at a cemetery. You can bury them in your own backyard. Okay, the flesh means nothing. The spirit is everything. The flesh is just flesh. Okay. Our spirit body, our soul body is the most important body. This flesh is just temporary. It's just the body that we're in. Okay. Um. So just bury your family. Um. You can bury your. You don't even have to have. I know in Jamaica they have. It's called a 9 night, where they actually. Before they bury the body, they don't bury the body until the 9th day. So the spirit, the soul of the person can like be at peace when they cross. Okay. So they'll stick and they don't mourn, they celebrate. Okay, that's why they call it 9 night. Okay. There's 9 days where they just celebrate, they drink, they party, they celebrate the person, they talk about the person, the person's life. Um, it's called 9 night. My brother's dad, he was from Montego Bay. My mom used to live in Mo Bay, and when he died, and other people died that I know of in Jamaica, they would have what they call 9 night. Okay, so 9 night is a extended wake that lasts for 9 days. Um, the roots of this, of where they got this from, the Jamaicans, they got it from the Ashanti people of West Africa, and it's practiced in several Caribbean countries, primary Jamaica, but there's other Caribbean countries that also practice this. Okay, so basically, a 9 night is when it's an old Ashanti people were people from Guyana. Okay. I think Ashanti was also people from Nigeria too. Um, from West Africa, and they practice in several Caribbean countries. It is extended wake, okay, that lasts for 9 nights, okay, with roots from Akan culture during 9 days period of observing the dead, known as the Bani, okay, the Bani. During this time, the friends and family come together to the home of the deceased loved one. They share their condolence, they share their memories while singing hymns and eating food. Okay. No, this is not voodoo. Okay. This came from Africa. Okay. They still practice this today. Okay. This is no somebody saying voodoo. Voodoo is a part of African culture. Okay. And the way people made voodoo become is you have duality and spirituality. You have good and bad. Okay. So let's talk about the 9 night. Okay. So the 9 night is very important. There's a lot of people that I know that lived in Jamaica that passed away. I call my sister lives there. I call her my sister. She worked at she worked at a slave plantation. It's called the White Witch of Rose Hall Plantation. I have a picture I wanted to do. I did a read on the White Witch of Rose Hall. My sister worked there. It's a plantation. It's one of the biggest plantations in Montego Bay. My mom lived there. My mom lived in Mo Bay. My brother lived in Mo Bay. My brother's dad lived in Mobay. I have family that live in Mobay. Okay. During this time, friends and family come together to the home of the deceased. They share their condolence and memories while singing hymns. Hymns are normally like church songs. They'll sing so the spirit can, when they cross, they're at peace. Um, in the old days, the 9 night were calm and reserved for the most part, but the tradition has changed. Yes, it has changed. It used to be like a quiet for 9 days of just celebrating the person, talking about the person, eating. Some people drink, but it has changed. It's not like the original 9 night. Okay. Yes, they also eat and drink. Yes, yes, I am Puerto Rican. Yes. Somebody said you have Jamaican in you. Yes. So I'm going to finish reading this, okay? So in the old days, the 9 nights were calm and reserved for most part, but the traditional, but I'm American. I'm in America. I was born in America, okay? So the tradition has changed with the times. Today, these gatherings resemble parties much more than resembles wakes, though it's not the true of every 9 night, okay? Every 9 night is different, okay? Um, the 9 night is music, food, celebration. You're celebrating the person, okay? You're not mourning, okay? Because you shouldn't be mourning. They're going to heaven. They're going to a place of peace. They're going to a place of no suffering, okay? So we don't mourn, okay? The nine night has no longer a time to mourn. We don't mourn, okay? We celebrate, okay? Because they're going to a higher place, a place where there's no suffering, there's no worrying, there's none of that, okay? There's peace, okay? But at times to celebrate, since the loved one is no longer suffering in life, okay? There's not suffering, okay? People suffer in many different ways, okay? But we don't mourn, we celebrate, okay? When friends come when friends come, they do not come with just condolence. Instead, they come with food. Everybody brings food, they bring drinks, they play music. This is all after all the celebration, and this is for 9 days. This is for 9 days, okay? Some cultures, like the Egyptian cultures, they actually mourn for, I think it's 40 days. If somebody dies in Egypt, if they're Egyptian, they actually mourn for 40 days, okay? In Jamaica, it's 9 days. This tradition came from Africa. So in Africa, they're still doing this, okay? It came from Africa, Akan, okay? The Khan people were people from Guyana. Also, there's Akan people in Nigeria, okay? A tradition that has, okay, so the 9 night is the spirit of the deceased passing through the party gathered. So the spirit is actually still here, okay? Remember when my father died and he was still here, okay? Still here. He didn't cross until the third day, okay? And he was talking to me like he was still here, okay? My dad. Somebody falsified his insurance papers, and I know who did it. Okay, they falsified his insurance. He had 4 life insurance policies, and somebody falsified the documentation. And at that time, I didn't know that one of the life insurance policies was for that amount. And he told me, like he was right there. He told me how much the life insurance policy was and who forged the name. So I called the insurance company because there was 4 policies. 4 life insurance policies out. He died of pancreatic cancer in America. And the one I didn't even know about, okay? The one that was worth, the life insurance policy that was the most money, I did not know about it. And the people that was on the insurance policy to receive the money was me and my sister. We were the beneficiaries of the money. I'm not making this up. I'm dead ass serious. I'm for real. Okay? Somebody, and I don't even know how they could do that, because when you do the insurance policies, it's already set into the insurance company. You're already paying on that insurance policy to be buried. My dad was paying on the insurance policies to be buried, and also because he was cremated. And he was also paid on the insurance policies to make sure that me and my sister would be okay. You guys, he was actually trying to live. Oh my gosh. The insurance policy, he died on August 21st of 2021. And the one insurance policy for the most amount of money, he was trying to live so me and my sister could be okay. I cannot make it up. So we would have money after we bury him. I've never had to plan a burial, and this was during COVID. Okay, I never sat in front of the people at the funeral home. I never had to bury anybody. Okay, I'm the oldest child. I had to take care of my father. I actually was working and taking care of my dad. Okay, I left Florida to come to Pennsylvania to take care of my father. And I don't regret it. If I could do it again, I would do it again. Okay? And some people were like, Jen, you gave up your life, your life for your father, and you came to Pennsylvania to take care of your father. Some people were telling me I was crazy. Okay? But if I could do it again, I would do it again. And the reason why is because my father was a good father. Okay? My father did not abuse me. My father was a great father, and I have a great mother. Okay, I have a great father and a great mother. Okay, my father was a good man. Okay, he was a good man. Okay, he helped people. He just had me and my sister. My sister was the youngest. I was the oldest. I've never had to like set up funeral arrangements. That was the first time. And he had pancreatic cancer, but what happened was the pancreas is what makes the sugar in your body. Okay, he knew something was wrong. They took his gallbladder out. He was still having pains, all kinds of pains. He couldn't figure out where he was having it, what was going on with his body, but he knew something was going on with his body. My dad was was real strong in his faith. He was a Christian. He didn't go under no religion or title. But I did the right thing, and I want my kids to do the right thing by me. That's why I did the right thing by my father, and I will do the right thing by my mother. And we joke about it because my mom, she's going to be actually, when I take care of her, I have to get a good chair because she likes to sleep in her chair. She's a nurse. She's going to be retiring soon. She's a nurse. Okay? And I told her she needs to retire now, but she's going to be retired, and I cannot wait till she retires. Okay? But my mom and dad, man, I'm glad that I have the mother and father that I have. Now, I had a stepmother that was evil. She actually died of cancer. She had cervical cancer. But I did right by my dad because I wanted to show my children that they're not putting me in a nursing home, okay? They're going to take care of me, okay? I have 3 children, okay? 3, okay? 1 passed away. I believe that my youngest, that she came back in, was the one that passed, and she came back in. Okay, but anyways, yeah, they call it 9-night. Okay, so I wanted my kids to see, like, okay, don't put my ass in a nursing home. Okay, because once you go in a nursing home, you're not going to get the same love. I'd rather be at home and be in my environment, be around the people that love me. And not be in some place that they're feeding me all kinds of crazy ass food that I don't even want to eat. And then you have to eat when they tell you to eat. And that is no life. That's no quality of life. Okay. Yeah, my dad's in a better place. But somebody tried to forge. I'm like, how are you going to forge his insurance policy? And the insurance company already has the original policy. Okay. Yes. Okay. But karma's a motherfucker out here. Okay, that's all I gotta say. So 9-night. So they do this is a tradition that it's 9-night. The spirit of the person, okay, of the deceased passes through the party. They're around. Normally a person 155. Normally a person when they cross out. Some people cross out. They go straight. They recycle back in, or they go to a different realm. Okay, and then some people that cross out don't leave. Okay, they stay around. Okay, And I normally notice they stay around for like 3 days. Okay. Um, for some reason, it's 3 days. I don't know why. Okay. That's what I get as being a seer, as a psychic. Okay. That's what I get. Okay. I don't know what other people get, but this is what I get. Okay. So the person that passes away goes to the party. They say their goodbyes, even though they're not here in the physical. They know what's going on. They're very aware. Okay. And then after that, the gathering, the food, the partying, saying goodbye, but before continuing um, on its resting place, out of all the nights, the night is the most revealed since it's the end of the celebration, which will be the ninth night. Okay. Um, most revealed since in the end is okay. Stories are about the deceased. They talk about their finest memories. They share, they pray, they play games, dominoes, they sing. So the ninth, yes. So they there's all kinds of stuff that goes on at night. Okay. But they wait till 9 days. Okay. So the spirit doesn't become a duppy. If you guys know what duppies are, they're spirits that roam around the earth. Traditionally, the ninth night, deceased death, their bed and mattress is turned up against the wall in order to encourage the spirit of the Jamaican patois, the duppies, to leave the house and to enter the grave. Okay, duppies are spirits that are stuck. Okay, um, so they do all kinds of things. They even turn the mattress upside down. Okay, so different people have different traditions. Some people open the windows. Some people open the front doors. Hey, Storm. So the spirit can go. Okay. Somebody says, hey, from Africa. Somebody says, when my uncle died, I felt him stay around for a while. Yes, some of them will stay around for a while because they feel like they need to stay around, and sometimes they stay around because not that they feel like they need, but because they feel like they haven't finished something. Okay, and I'm like, what do they think they can finish? Even if the person can't hear them or see them, okay, they feel like there's something they have to tell them that they couldn't tell them. And then some people, when they crossed out right away, they automatically, like, it's 3 days. For some reason it's 3 days. Okay, that's what I get. Okay. So let me read a little bit more about this. I've been on here for a long time. So there's different traditional ways, JR. Yes, sometimes they don't cross. They stay around, okay? You can feel their presence. They can even speak to you. My dad spoke to me like he was still here. He told me about the insurance policy. You guys, I'm not making this up, okay? I am not making this up. I called my mother and told her. My mom was mad. My dad was married 3 times. No, 2 times. Okay. Okay, so they do all kinds of things. They turn the mattress over. I know some people that open windows, doors, so the spirit could go because they don't want them around. Some mothers that have lost some people that have a horrific death, they stay around. Okay, they do stay around. Okay, and then some just cross out right away. Okay, and they have somebody that in their family that crosses them over. Okay, it's always somebody in the family that crosses you over. It could even be family members you never met. Okay, so they also do is they turn the mattress up against the wall in order to encourage the spirit, because they don't want the duppy to come back, the spirit to come back in the house. Okay. To leave the house and enter the grave. They don't want them to be roaming around. Okay, they want them to have peace and go on. Okay. Then the leader of the ceremony uses a piece of white chalk to draw a cross over the exit that the spirit used to leave, allowing the spirit to never return. So they will draw a cross so that spirit won't come back. Okay. And roam around. Okay. 166. Okay. In traditional Tobago and Trinidad, my ex-husband was from Trinidad and Tobago. Many Christians practice this wake. Okay, in Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica, a lot of Caribbean islands practice this, and these are Christians that practice this. Okay, These are people that go to church. They could be all. It doesn't matter what religion they are. They could not even be religious. They could just be call themselves a Christian, and they practice this. Okay. Um, so then after that, they actually bury the body or cremate the body, whatever they choose to do. But this is practicing. This is practice all over the Caribbean, um, especially in Jamaica. And they got it from the Shanti people. So I don't. The Shanti were like once again the Nigerians. The Nigerians and the Guyanese. Okay. All right. Thank you guys for joining me. This is on that missing lady. Um, the missing lady that is missing in Jamaica. It had to do with her job and also with something with a child. Okay, so I don't know if she was going for custody of her child. Um, and people will call this evil, but this is a part of the Africans that were here and the Africans that came here. Okay. And people call anything that has to deal with black people, they call it evil. I mean, it's crazy. Okay. So if you're black and you have even island people, even certain people like Irish people, like they call their traditions wicked, but this is their traditions. This is what they were born with. This is what their ancestors practiced. But if it's not of the normal tradition, it's evil. Okay, it's crazy out here. So how do you help them cross and rest in peace? You tell them to go. Okay, you tell them to go. They are going to be okay. You just say your final goodbyes. You say I love you. Don't worry about me here. I'm going to be okay. Um, go to where you need to go and watch over me. Okay, that's it. And just tell them how much you love them, and it's okay to go. Okay, they don't have to. Their work here is done. Okay, um, and that's what you say to them. You say you can go. I will be okay. Because a lot of them stay around because they think like that you're not going to be okay, or like but when they go over there they wind up being your guides. Okay, and some of them they're scared to go because they don't know where they're going to go because it looks like it's dark. Okay, um when you're actually crossing. Okay, it looks dark and then you'll see this big ass bright light. And I feel like that bright light is a trap. So when I go, I'm going to the dark. I'm not going to the light. um and I'm going to be around watching my children. Okay. Yes, you can also light candles. I prefer white candles. Um, white white candles. I lit a white candle for my aunt that died. Um, and I lit it that night. Well, she wasn't dead that night, but I knew she was going to cross. And I lit the candle. The 7-day candles, or you can get the 7-day candles. They don't suffer over there. Okay, there's no suffering there. Okay, yes, this is a horrible case. Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys go. This was on the Jamaican lady that was kidnapped, and I'm just giving you a little bit of information on the 9 night. Okay, the Jamaican lady. Does anybody know her name? Because she said Miss Robertson. She was 47 years old. She's by the beach. I pray that they find her alive. She was beautiful. There's a lot of women that go missing in Jamaica and a lot of young kids. Damn, there's a lot of women that go missing in Jamaica. A lot. I don't know why they're targeting women and children. We are the divine feminine. Some men don't even like our existence here on earth. They don't even like the existence of a woman. It's so sad, but All right, you guys. Her name was Lorraine Robertson. Thank you, guys. All right, this is Jennifer Felix. Readings. Say hi, Storm. Say hi. Say hi. All right, you guys. Her name was Lorraine Robertson, so we're gonna call her name. Yeah. So somebody said so evildoers can hold them back. Yes. I want to do a read on this, and I might have to charge my phone up a little bit. I want to do a read on this girl out of Texas, and they took her child. Storm, they're saying hi. Say hi. Say hi. My grandson's not here. He'll be back. Say hi. And my daughter, my oldest daughter. He thinks he's grown. He has a disability, you guys. He got one leg. My daughter kept saying like something's wrong with him. He got one leg smaller than the other one. I think he was a twin. I should have took his brother because when I got him, he was a rescue and his brother looked just like him. But I noticed his legs. One leg is bigger than the other. So, however he came out, his mother. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm gonna cover his. Okay, one leg is bigger than the other. You can't really see it, but when he walks, you can really tell. All right, Lorraine Robertson, justice for Lorraine Robertson. We need to pray for her, that they find her. Okay, you guys. All right, thank you. This is Jennifer Felix, 166. Bye, you guys.